Hey guys and gals, friends of YouTube, Love to Fly Helly's here, or Terry. This is my wife Cindy. Most of you know her, and you know she flies some, but she's told me if she had a nice stick plane that she would come fly more often with us. She has a Big Stick 40 in the box, but she started working on the wing, was going to recover it, the color she liked. Well, in my many searches, as I do every night on the internet for airplanes, sorry honey, she needs to put a child lock on my...
I do the same thing for sewing machines.
can't help it, it's a sickness. But anyway, in my searches I found a real pretty little stick, a 40 size, in the exact color that is her favorite color. So we're going to do an unboxing on this stick, and then we'll start building on it here in a week or so. Okay, alright, here we go. This is a Hobby King Stick 1500 EP or GP powered. We're going to put a nitro engine on it. As most of you know, I don't care for electric except for small planes or my EDF jets and stuff, bigger stuff we like this. They make it in orange and a really pretty teal green. Her favorite color is teal green. The picture looks kind of like a light green, but when you take it out, it's actually a dark green. I don't know if that'll show up good on this camera or not, but anyway, it's really, really pretty, and so I ordered it for her the other night, and I think I made a few brownie points, maybe, I don't know. So, alright. Cindy?
I don't know, you can't sew with it.
Well, there's more to life than sewing machines, honey.
Sew.
Okay, here's a pair of scissors when we get to it. But there's your manual, which we haven't really looked through it yet. But this thing got good reviews, except for the landing gear was weak. Everybody said that, so the first thing we're going to do when we build it is, when we get Ken to help me, we're going to reinforce the landing gear block. But everything else looks really good. So, what you got there? Horizontal pin and rudder. Scissors here if you need it.
I think I got it. Enough tape on this thing to sink the shit.
Yeah, it's packaged very well. This is my first Hobby King plane, by the way. I'm not big on Hobby King stuff. I do like their batteries, but for the most part they sell, let's just be honest, it's cheap stuff. But some of it's good. I mean, some of it's okay, especially you get something like this, do a little work on the landing gear block, and you got a nice plane. So
flaw on the tail.
A little bitty one?
Yeah,
oh yeah.
One. But I'm sure it won't.
It's almost like a brush hair or something stuck in. A little bitty black line right here on the tail, but the covering looks good. I don't know if you can see the color, what it's going to show up on here, but it's really a pretty teal color with the honeycomb pattern on it.
I'm sure it's going to have worse than that after I fly.
We got an airplane body shop up on the hill here. We'll take it to Ken.
My goodness.
Oh, you laid the bag down. What you got there?
Tape. Lots of tape. I've got a part of a
stabilizer,
yeah.
An elevator. This is, no, it's not pre-hinged. They have it stuck together, but it's not already glued.
I was trying to see if it was stuck.
No, that's okay. Most ARF kits you do have to glue them. There's a few that come already done, but actually I'd prefer to do it myself anyway. That way I know for sure.
You know what? You're not going to get into this.
Yeah, they didn't want it coming apart on you, that's for sure.
They didn't want it coming out of the sack.
I will say one thing, it's packaged very, very well. Alright, anything?
I don't see anything
showing
that,
like, here's the top of it. This will be the top of it. And then show what the bottom looks like. The bottom's mostly solid white with the honeycomb pattern in the white. Pretty, really pretty. So we'll have to glue those too.
Yeah. I'm glad it wasn't, because that one was off.
And this one also does not have the scallops. One thing on a cheaper plane that you will notice, I don't know if you can see it or not, the covering's cheaper, it's thinner, and you can see the wood through the covering generally on a light color like the white, which is no problem at all. It's not like a translucent color, but you can see it. If this was monocoat, you wouldn't be able to see that wood through there because it's a real heavy, thick cover. But anyway, so far looking really good. This is her first unboxing, by the way, so she's a little shy, but we're gonna get her down there flying this thing. She flies really well, and we've been practicing a little bit of landing a few months ago. We can get her back down there, but she wants to try practicing landing with a stick.
Stick 1500.
Everybody has a different name for them. The Great Plains calls theirs the big stick. Used to be called an ugly stick for a reason. I think, especially that red with iron crosses, I think that's one of the ugliest planes there is, but it's also one of the funnest planes there is to build and fly. So, but you know me, I'm kind of different. I don't like that red and white with iron crosses, so I recover mine like my Ghost Rider that I built. This one we won't have to do any recovering. It's all ready to go. So cool. All right, there's the left-hand side of the wing.
Somewhere between a Kelly green and a teal.
Now it says it's a two-piece wing, but looking at it, it almost looks like it has to be glued together. I don't see any screws or holes or anything that would hold it together, so I'm not real sure about that yet. But on the instruction, it says two-piece wing, so we'll see. But anyway, there's the right-hand wing. Got really nice stickers on it. The covering looks great. There's no bubbles or wrinkles in it anywhere. Just that one little flaw on that tail. The servos blocks, they come for a micro servo, or if you, I don't know if you can see this line, it's got a line there for a cutout. You can pop that out and it'll take a standard size servo, which we'll use standard size servos on it. So,
this wasn't
but that's pretty
anything,
cool.
Is it?
Huh?
This part that was taped on here, it's not for anything, is it? Because I accidentally tore it.
No, it just looks like a decal sheet, but just clear. So I don't know what that is. We'll keep it just to.
Here's another one. That's why I didn't realize it.
Maybe something for repairing or something. It looks like a clear decal sheet. What it looks like to me. So we'll keep it until we read the instructions. I bet it's a patch to patch over the covering if you tear it or something. So right hand wing. It's a 60, I believe 60-inch wingspan. 62 maybe. But
bound up or something in the corners a little bit.
no, that's the way it's tight.
It is?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
No problem.
It just wasn't like stopping.
Oh well, no, that won't till you hook
It
up.
won't? Okay.
It won't center till you put the servos in.
Okay.
But everything looks really good. The trim covering looks nice on this. Very pretty color. And like I said, I don't know if it shows dark or not, but it's a dark teal green, so just almost to a forest green. Cool deal. Now we're down to the fuselage.
Help me. Holy, have you ever seen such tape?
Yeah, I have. I've unboxed many of these.
They all have this much tape on.
And they definitely don't want you getting into it easy.
It used to be guns I used to get all the time as presents.
Well, she's got all kinds of guns now, so you got more guns than I do.
Probably.
So now you know why I'm so nice to her. She'll shoot me if I'm not. I mean, she's a good shot too.
I'm harmless. Well, something's going on here. What am I doing? Oh,
they've got it taped down.
okay.
Isn't that crazy?
12 pieces of tape later.
I don't care. Just tear that off. We'll just...
You told me not to.
Well, I know, but that part will be okay.
Okay. There we go.
Alright, there's that. I'm going to lay this piece over here. Fuselage. It looks really good. I'm very impressed so far with this. I wasn't sure I'd ever buy a Hobby King plane, but I'm really impressed at how well it looks. We'll double check all the glue joints, and we'll add some thin CA where we think it might be a weak spot or something. But pretty cool looking. The tubes and stuff's already in. This is.
Does this stay? You don't cut those out,
No,
right?
you don't cut them out. This looks like a block for a fuel tank or battery. Probably goes up here. There again, the servo tray in here is made to where you can use micro servos or full size. And I don't know, we may just go ahead and use micros because you can get them pretty high torque. But so far, I really like it. It's made real well. This model is made by VQ Models. How they plan on? Oh, this slides. That's how.
Sammy,
Get that out of
yours
there.
pretty sturdy.
So take that out. Let me get a little knife right here. Let me show you something here. It has a compartment she didn't see right here on top of the fuselage on the front.
Let me see.
and I can get my knife in there.
Oh,
We're going to have to put a
I
little
didn't see it came out.
pull tab. Anyway, it's magnet. It's real strong. This is your battery compartment or fuel tank compartment. And I have a feeling this tray mounts in there to set the tank on, or a battery, whichever you're going to use. The firewall looks pretty good. Looks heavily glued. It has a bunch of different holes drilled in it for your blind nuts. So we'll just pick, hopefully, the ones that fit our motor mount and put the blind nuts in it. But that's pretty cool. You could put your fill line inside here if you want to and open this up. We could put a little latch on it where we could get it open. But cool deal. It looks like it has the right angle built into the firewall, which is nice. You don't have to put washers and stuff under it. So pretty cool.
Landing gear seems pretty sturdy.
Yeah. It's a light plain. They're light aluminum. This silver color. We could paint those if she wanted to, or leave them silver.
That's
Whatever
the thingy that goes on the wing.
Yes, that is your wing joiner. So we'll see what the manual. When I read it on the website, it said 2-piece wing. But it sure looks to me like this is a glue together type 1-piece to me. I don't know. We'll see when we get into the build of it.
I don't like.
No, we won't use that red spinner. We will get aluminum. You know what?
The chrome color.
Yeah, aluminum. I probably already have one.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Here's our bag of goodies.
That's
It
really
comes
ugly.
with a red spinner.
Ugly.
Imagine that, a red spinner on a green plane. But we throw these away. Well, I won't throw it away. I will give it to my friend Bill. He uses them, but I hate plastic spinners. We're not even going to put it back in the box.
What are
We'll
those?
use them. Okay, that is an
Sorta.
engine mount.
Oh,
Don't open the bag.
I win.
That's her engine mount. Comes with all the bolts, the blind nuts, and everything.
Dang, that's a lot of nuts and bolts.
Okay, see that?
Well,
This will be probably the
little
wing
foamy.
bolts, maybe. All kinds of long bolts and washers in that one.
These are little foamy ones.
Yep. It's got, looks like 2.5-inch tires, which are plenty big enough for our runway. We can put 3-inch on it if we want to. So,
Gas tank.
the fuel tank.
Assuming a filter or
It's
something
got
in there.
fittings
Is
in
that
it,
what
yeah.
is?
No, that's a clump.
Steel.
A clump that goes on the end of the line. Another little bag of little bitty wood pieces. Not real sure what that's for, but we'll find out. Here's her tail wheel assembly. Looks like a pretty well generic tail wheel assembly for most stick type planes. And some quick connects and nuts and bolts and stuff in there.
Servo thingies.
So, and this is all her control horns, and there's the wing bolts.
Oh wait, here's this too.
That go
forgot
on
about all the
there,
little-
and a bunch of nuts and bolts. There's some more blind nuts, probably for the landing gear. Look like pretty heavy plastic control horns, and like I say, I'm so far I'm pretty impressed with this.
This end looks pretty good.
Yeah,
What's this for?
that is probably an antenna tube, or for the throttle. It's probably a throttle tube that your little wire goes through. She's asking me what this white tube is in here, and most likely that is the tube that you put through the firewall to the throttle rod to go through. And all the linkages, it's got metal clevises. That's impressive. Most, even great planes come with plastic, and this already has metal on it. So, like I said, so far I'm very impressed with this. It's a nice looking little plane. What do you think, hon?
Hope it lasts.
Hope it lasts. You're gonna speak up a little. But we will try to get the building on this sometime here in the next 2 or 3 weeks and get it put together so we can get her down at the flying field and get her off that sewing machine and give her a rest. She does like to sew. So, but anyway, there you go. Unboxing of the Stick 1500 from Hobby King. Very impressed with it so far. It looks very, very nice. We will go in and reinforce the landing gear block. Other than that, everything looks good. We'll get this thing put together and do the maiden flight before long. Alright, thanks for watching.
Behind you, takes you under its wing. Is it some kind of function of reconstruction where you've all